Yeah, this just came across my thing. I was on Twitter. Credit to Ben Robinson on formerly of Eagle Moss, but he put this up here. Let me just pull up pull this out of the way there. But no, not that. Get out of that. Not to another file. Screen. Now let's pull this up here. He found this. I'll get up here. And it said, this is good. It looks like the original 3-footer showed up on eBay, and it's been missing. And some down here put the original listing here, so we're going to take a look at that real quick. We pull that back up here and screen. And we're going to get a closer look here. The photography's a little dodgy here, but let's just go on. Because this is definitely not a new model. It's been beat to hell, frankly. And the stand matches everything. And main thing is that there is certain damage here and there that lines up with what I heard about what happened to this poor thing once Gene loaned it out. Because it was, the first story is he loaned it out to somebody. He wouldn't say who. And he never would say, he never would say who had loaned it out to. But what I've heard, all kind of off the record type of thing, is that he loaned it out. It was during the preparation for the first movie or phase 2, somewhere in that process. And it was loaned to Rick Price and his team as a reference thing to try, run upgrade and doing the next model version of Enterprise. And the kind of ham-fisted types they had working there, they also had borrowed a Klingon one of the the Klingon D7 model that the Smithsonian had. And the thing is, these guys didn't quite realize these weren't intended to become a part, but they somehow met, and they did return the D7 to the Smithsonian in pieces. There's I've seen pictures of it. I might have pictures of it. I'll take a look in a minute here, but that's also why there's no longer any. Their policy is they don't loan out anything. And see this one, it's missing intercoolers. Stuff's peeling out. It's like this has not been well treated. Okay. And here, right here, there's a big crack in there, like they tried to pull it apart, and they couldn't. They did not treat this model well. And here we got on the other side here. I'm not sure if that's a scratch or a dent, but they put it looks like it just sort of scuffed on there. But yeah, everything is lining up here. And there's the underside. You're missing the dome. It's like good. They just they tried to and the part of that. Okay, there's the dome. I guess they kept to the side. That's what. But good God. Oh, for a while there was thought that the decals had a little gold outline around them. No, it was the yellowing of the decals actually, because they're. But yeah, everything's lined up that this is the real deal. It has finally surfaced, and one, it's kind of sad to see her in this state, but there we go. Came from Richard Dayton. This kind of clinches it here because a fake wouldn't necessarily know this kind of detail. I'm certainly not get one of his business cards tacked onto the bottom of the stand. Because I was concerned that in this, the auction has been pulled. The opening bid was going to be $1,000, but apparently Rod Roddenberry stepped in because as far as the family is concerned, it was stolen property. But yeah, made Richard Dayton Jr. Wooden hand painted. 101, very rare and very old. Yeah, and it's very nice for a collection. Yeah, it's a priceless artifact. And yeah, so apparently, because I was afraid that because I've been hearing that they wrecked this poor ship, something fierce, when they did what they did to it, trying to take it apart to get measurements of it in order for making the next one. Well, let's go full screen on these. Let's go to the top here. But what are we doing here? It's for the sake of Claire, let's get me in the corner here. But let's take a look. Let's go from the top here. And yeah, I think I will be saving this picture. I'll just save now. Let's go and save these now while I got to get this thing's finally showing up. It's a good God. So let's get out of the pictures of the girls. And we got images, Star Trek. One. Gotta look at my filing system. We've seen Rosetta. All right. Let's give it a name here. One. This definitely not. Yeah, this is one of those things we've been hearing about it, for years. All right, and two. Me getting the pictures is enough, frankly. Whoops, come back. 3. Yeah, this thing has been ripped apart. Okay, that's because this thing had a place of honor on Roddenberry's desk, or something on. But to see that, it's in better shape than I had heard it was, because I heard they just completely trashed it and may have just thrown it out. So the fact that this is as intact as it is somewhat heartwarming. I think, and it needs some restoration. That's for sure. And I can certainly recommend a few folks, but also the other ones are very stand in line. Right. In fact, I think I might just send a note to Doug Drexler. It's like, hey, if Greg Jean were still around, he would be all over this. This would be something he would live, be the sort of thing of why he got into models in the first place. But as it is, this is also, and as bad as the damage is, it also is a good look at just really more detailed look of that model than we have ever got on anything. There's also certain details on here that are unique to the 3-footer that don't match up with the 11-footer. They modified it slightly to match up, but it's like the contours of the primary hull, right? And I'm mainly blowing it to make sure I get the full size image here. So. 10 pictures so far. This was the key thing that I was looking for, the underside. Because the top side, yeah, you tell a lot, but the underside is the kicker right there. The underside and then the contours of the primary hull. That's the telltale thing when you're dealing with the 3-footer. because that was unique. This is aggravating because this, it was pulled off. Okay. Someone tried to dismantle this poor thing. And again, no one. This wasn't really an effect. This was a proof of concept model. It wasn't supposed to be filmed. They brought this out to the lot when they were filming the Rigel 7 Fortress scenes, and there's pictures of Roddenberry looking it over, and then Jeff Hunter handling it. And the lovely pictures, So to an extent, it's a bit of a treasure trove in this sense, but it's also good to see. This looks like it's probably finally coming home. Like I said, when it was first, it's lost, and major lot of comments. As far as we're concerned, it's stolen property. Gene never said who he lent it, and never told them who he lent it to. Although a letter did surface in recent years, complaining about he would like it back. 15 total is 16 pictures here. Like I said, that business card and the thing that tells me, yeah, it's legit. Because I don't think too many fakers would go to that level of detail. And plus, and again, also the damage on here lines up with what I was hearing. That they, in trying to build a better model here, they, make sure I got that. Yeah, I want to make sure that's the right picture. Yeah. All right. So we got, same. Okay, so we're fine on that. Out of Van Nuys. Who was the seller here? Storage buyer. Okay, let's see what this other guy. Sounds like someone who will buy storage units. And then, this is what I found. Yeah. See if he's got anything else on here, Star Trek related, that might tie into the same sort of thing. Yeah, it looks like but it looks like then someone's gonna have to manufacture new intercoolers for that for the model, and it's gonna probably have to repaint the damn thing too, or I don't know. It's all going to depend on how extensive Rod wants to have it fixed up, or maybe just leave it as is in battle scars. Yeah, this is what I got back. Yeah. Look what they did to my poor dad's ship. My dad's poor ship. I'm going through here. I'm seeing some different things here. Some geeky stuff. So this came out of a story. God knows how it got in there. Yeah, that was it. And again, it's not going to show up because the listing has been pulled. Again, I think it was like once it got wind of the no, that's stolen property, Sparky. That belongs to me. So who knows what else this guy maybe had to pull too. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. So it looks like the Enterprise is finally coming home. Yeah, exactly. I'm not denying that. Let's get out of that. But this is the big thing, because this has been kind of a little bit of a major interest of mine, kind of the unsolved crime thing of whatever happened to the 3-foot Enterprise, and this came up years ago when when you're kind of discussing the ship and going through the differences and bringing up, and questioning whatever happened to it. And the official line was Gene lent it out and forgot who he lent it to, and it's sort of out there. But no, he didn't. He just wasn't going to out him in public. And things after Gene had died, Majel had said, then he lent it out, and we don't know where it is, and we'd really like it back because, as far as we're concerned, it's stolen property. That's an heirloom. Since it's an artifact of the original, it really is priceless, and we really want it back. And then, sometimes I heard that, it was lent out to the effects people who were, Brick Price and, were doing the original, or originally decided to do the effects for like phase 2, going into motion picture. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have pictures of the D7? Let me just see if I do before I open up the graphics program. Because, because they were looking, they had the Klingon sequence, and they were going through. Going to be in the Klingon category. Okay, no, I don't, but I know the pictures are out there. I've seen them. They were lent the D7 that the Smithsonian had on hand. And apparently at the same time, they were lent they wanted the 11-foot Enterprise. But no, you're not letting that. They would have been better off if they did, because that one was designed to come apart. Okay. But they, it was too, again, it's 11 foot long. They're not going to ship that across the country for, so no, you can't have that one. It was hanging 20 feet in the air in there. So not going, but the D7 was actually not even on display at that. It was sitting back in a warehouse somewhere. So yeah, we can lend you that. But when they got it back, it was literally in a box in pieces. They had pulled this thing apart to get the measurements, and they didn't even bother to glue it back together. And the Smithsonian was not happy. So that from that point on, it was pretty much a policy. No, we're not loaning out anything, period. I don't care who you are. But they got Roddenberry to loan them the 3-foot Enterprise. And I think after the reaction, after sending the D7 back, if we can't send the Enterprise back, we can't send this back to Gene like this. So it's, just play dumb. We're not sure what happened to it. And they're like, wait. And it's just like, so it was a mystery. Okay. Are the pieces still, I was like sitting in someone's file cabinet somewhere in a box waiting to be reassembled or anything. Well, apparently they got somebody got a hold of it, put it back together as best they could. And then, because what do I have here? I know let me fire up the graphics program. I know I got because at least they kept the stand. It was on kind of a mic stand thing with a socket in the bottom of the ship. So they didn't, at least they kept everything except they lost the intercoolers. They managed to keep that lower sensor dome. And yeah, there was a legend running around for a while that when Rod was a little kid, he threw it in the pool in the backyard. And he said that is something I would do, but no, I didn't. That never happened. There are home movies when he was as a little baby and them kind of making him holding him there like he's taking a ride on the Enterprise, but no. Let's see. Let's wait for a little blue pinwheel to stop spinning. Let's see what we got here. But let's get out of the, whoops. Get back into here. There we go. 1 3-footer. Why do I not have a picture of, that's sitting on Roddenberry's desk? Well, let's take a look at this. This is, okay, now this is a compilation there. Kind of a lump of all the one, that times the 3-footer has been used in something. I'm going to go a little past full size. But I've got, when it was used. And again, if you look at the details, that flattened undersurface of the saucer is the key thing right there. And of course, the very defined lip, it's much more softer on the 11-footer. But that flat bit there, that's key. And this one, and no one ever notices, but actually, previously, someone had dropped and they lost the shuttle bay doors off the back of it. But yeah, this is, when they delivered it to it, so the spikes on the end. And then inspecting it between shots on the Rigel 7 side. This one is like the foreground thing. That's an AMT model. Well, no, the 3-footer in front, an AMT model in the back, kind of a forced perspective thing. And there's some publicity shots they did with it, and of course, there was the thing where the various ones are holding it. And here it is. Rod and Braid home. They set it up on the back fence. There's a nice little backdrop, and this is it sitting on his page on his desk, on that stand, on that little wooden stand with the mic thing, and some more publicity stuff. So I didn't share the page, did I? Well, take my word for it. It's there. Okay. You can find pictures of Roddenberry at his desk, and there's the Enterprise on the stand. So yeah. So everything matched up. Yeah, this is legit. It looks legit, and again, kudos to sent this thing to the Rod. Hey, Rod, you found your dad's ship. Wow, really? That's one thing eBay will jump on is if someone's selling stolen property. I know you're not. Like one complaint that no, you better settle up, buddy. So hopefully we'll get a statement from Rod soon that, hey, we've got our ship back. So I think with that, it's been, took 20 minutes to cover all that. So, and hold on, cancel that. Oh, there. Need to do proper ending on this, and this is doing a Star Trek video. So let's wrap it up properly. So, if you like this sort of thing, again, like, share, subscribe. I need to grow this channel here, okay? Because I can't live and die on the indie stuff. Eventually it's gonna resolve itself out, and then I'll be set back to this. So, and I'm trying to get back to my proper content here, sci-fi and geeky pop culture thing. We got Doctor Who is firing up again, and Lower Decks is about to finish up. I need let's see. Get paid tomorrow. I'm going to start doing because I finally got, Lower Decks com badge here. I'm going to chrome this sucker. Then get ready for putting it on a uniform, which I'll be probably ordering tomorrow because there's a lot of them out there fairly cheap. So I'm working on that. And also I probably should get working on my own 3-foot Enterprise sitting back there languishing, collecting dust. We can get those lights and the engines working. And we will talk to you later. And Rosetta, if you want.